Good evening, everyone. Good evening, classmates, and good evening, Attorney Ida. Our report po is preference of sons over daughters, male primogeniture. Overview. Definition, effects on women, school of thought, feminism, violation, rights of women, violation, laws on women, resolutions, actions, movements. Male primogeniture. The term comes from the Latin primo, which means first, and genitura, which relates to a person's birth. It refers to the practice where inheritance, particularly of titles, property, or leadership positions, is granted exclusively to the eldest male child, excluding females from the succession. This tradition historically favored sons over daughters in matters of inheritance and succession, reinforcing patriarchal structures within families and societies. Historically, primogeniture favored male heirs, also called male preference primogeniture. Under this regime, the eldest living son would inherit the entirety of his parents' estate. Male primogeniture effects on women. Social and cultural impact, economic disadvantage, political representation, interpersonal representation. Social and cultural impact, the approach reinforced gender norms by limiting women's agency and contributions to family and society systems. It fostered the notion that men were intrinsically more capable of leadership and inheritance, therefore undermining women's potential. Economic disadvantage. Inherent rights frequently affect an individual's economic status and stability. Women who were barred from inheritance owing to male primogeniture were more economically vulnerable and relied on male relatives for support. Political representation. In countries whose titles bestow political authority, male primogeniture prevented women from taking on leadership responsibilities. This exclusion fueled a cycle in which legislative authority remained mostly masculine. Interpersonal dynamics, male primogeniture within families may lead to tensions and divides, particularly when daughters believe they are treated unjustly or excluded in comparison to their male brothers. It may damage family bonds and spread animosity across generations. Rationale on the effects of male primogeniture on women. The effects of male primogeniture on women are multifaceted in the following: social and cultural impact, economic disadvantages, political representation, and interpersonal dynamics. Efforts to resolve these concerns differed across cultures and legal systems. Many nations have altered their laws to adopt gender-neutral inheritance systems, recognizing equal rights for both daughters and sons. However, the legacy of male primogeniture continues to affect inheritance patterns and cultural views in various countries, but to a lesser extent in many current legal systems. School of thought, feminism, male primogeniture is a social and legal principle that assigns property, titles, or duties to the eldest male child in a family. This behavior has ancient roots and has been observed in many civilizations and communities throughout the world. According to dominance theory, male primogeniture is a representation of patriarchal authority within households and social institutions. Dominance theory holds that certain individuals or groups have authority and power over others in a social hierarchy. Male primogeniture strengthens this by focusing authority and influence on a family's oldest male heir. This successor acquires substantial control over family assets, resources, and decision-making procedures. Finally, male primogeniture may be viewed through the lens of dominance theory as a mechanism that promotes patriarchal power dynamics and gender-based hierarchies. Understanding its historical context and present ramifications illuminates continuing discussions regarding gender equality and inheritance customs. Viewing male primogeniture by anti-essentialism calls into question its conventional basis, which is founded on essentialist views of gender roles and inheritance. It perpetuates inequality by institutionalizing gender-based discrimination, inheritance laws and practices, denies equal opportunities to other family members based solely on their gender, regardless of their qualifications or abilities. In conclusion, examining male primogeniture through an anti-essentialist lens reveals its role in maintaining gender-based disparities and emphasizes the significance of confronting essentialist assumptions about gender roles and capacities in inheritance procedures. This viewpoint advocates a reevaluation of inheritance laws and cultural norms in order to promote fairness, equality, and individual liberty regardless of gender. Violation. Rights of women. Rights to life and security of a person. Female infanticide and sex-selective abortion, the practice of aborting female fetuses and the killing of female infants directly violates the right to life. Neglect and poor health care. Girls often receive less medical attention and care, leading to higher mortality rates and poorer health outcomes. Right to equality and non-discrimination. Gender discrimination, the societal preference for boys leads to widespread gender discrimination against girls and women, which violates their right to be treated equally and without prejudice. Inheritance rights. Women are frequently denied their appropriate portion of family property and assets due to the preference for male heirs. Right to education. limited access to education. Families may prioritize the education of males over daughters, resulting in lower literacy rates and educational success for girls. Right to health, unequal access to healthcare, girls and women frequently receive inferior healthcare services when compared to their male counterparts, compromising their overall health and well-being. Reproductive rights, forced reproduction. Women may be pressured to continue bearing children until a male child is born, infringing on their reproductive autonomy and rights. Right to dignity and respect, social devaluation. The societal preference for sons devalues the existence and contributions of women, impacting their self-esteem and social status. Right to work and economic independence. Employment discrimination. Women may face barriers to employment and economic opportunities, further entrenching their dependence on male family members. Violation, laws on women. Constitutional rights. Many countries, constitutions guarantee equality before the law and prohibit discrimination based on sex. The preference for sons contravenes these constitutional guarantees. Inheritance laws in many jurisdictions, laws have been reformed to ensure equal inheritance rights for sons and daughters. The practice of favoring sons' inheritance disputes violates these legal provisions. National gender equality laws. Many countries have passed gender equality legislation that forbids discrimination against women and girls. Son preference practices violate these rules by reinforcing gender biases and inequalities. International human rights law. Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW in short. Countries that have ratified Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women are obligated to eliminate discrimination against women in all forms. Son preference violates several provisions of Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, in short, CEDAW. Convention on the Rights of the Child, CRC. Son preference impacts the rights of girl children as enshrined in the Convention on the Rights of the Child, CRC, including the right to life, health, and education. Laws against sex selective practices. Prenatal sex determination. Various nations' laws restrict the use of prenatal diagnostic procedures to determine the fetus's sex with the aim to terminate based on gender. Violations of these statutes are directly related to son preference. Efforts addressing the violations. Strengthen legal frameworks, enforcing current laws, and establishing new legal safeguards to prevent gender discrimination and preserve women's rights. Raising awareness, conducting public awareness campaigns to change societal attitudes and perceptions about the value of daughters, empowering women, supporting initiatives that empower women economically and socially, ensuring they have equal opportunities to succeed and contribute to society, promoting gender equality, implementing policies and programs that promote gender equality in education, healthcare, employment, and inheritance rights, addressing the preference for males over daughters necessitates a thorough and ongoing effort to enforce laws, reform cultural norms, and promote the equal value and rights of all children, regardless of gender. Resolutions, actions, movements. Our country has addressed the issue of male primogeniture by ensuring Philippine laws are effectively implemented and that cultural attitudes continue to evolve towards gender equality in inheritance and succession rights. Succession rights. The Civil Code of the Philippines, Republic Act number 386, which outlines the rules of succession in the Philippines. Under this code, there is no explicit preference for male heirs. Instead, inheritance is based on degrees of relationship with children regardless of gender, inheriting equally from their parents. The Family Code of the Philippines, Executive Order number 209, reiterates the principle of equal rights and obligations for all children. It does not favor male children over female children in matters of inheritance. Abolition of the rule of male primogeniture by closely and critically discussing the outcome of the B versus Magistrate K. Litsha case. Therefore, exposing the effect of implementing extending common law solutions as a means of bringing customary law in line with the Constitution to achieve the right of equality. Thus, the author advises the courts and the legislature should have employed a different method rather than one of extending the application of the Intestate Succession Act 81 of 1987, which subsequently led to the promulgation of the Reform of Customary Law of Succession and Regulation of Related Matters Act 11 of 2009. The Customary Law of Succession, summarily, this article cautions against imposing common law solutions directly or indirectly on customary law challenges and advises on utilizing customary laws, institutions, mechanisms, and or remedies to bring customary law in line with the Constitution. Group members, Fernandez Emilio, Lucaten Daisy, Balahadja Charmin C, Gapus Kathleen B, and lastly, especially, Marlene Georgie Mariel D. Thank you. Good evening, classmates. Attorney Ida Marie V. Escalano Canton, and good night, everyone.